How you doing?
What's going on?
All right. Questions for Markel?
What's the last week been like, knowing you're coming here?
Man, just just first getting the phone call, man, it was a blessing. It was a dream come true. But I obviously just been getting my mind ready to come in and just work. That's all. And work starts tomorrow.
You ever talk to Lane or Jordan?
Yeah, I talked a little bit to about him. I mean, to him, but they both reached out on draft night and they said, "Man, congratulations! Like, we're to work with you, and I'm just ready to get right beside them, be a sponge, and learn everything I can from grade two vets."
How much did you know about them before you got drafted?
I've been knowing about them. During my college career, I watched a lot of tape of them, and like I said, man, them two great vets that I can easily pick up a whole bunch of stuff from. So.
What kind of stuff have you picked up watching Jordan Mailata?
Jordan, he's a big guy. He's his own player. He's a big freak, man. So, and one thing I admire about him is the way he moves, the way he anchors his own power, and he just plays the game. And so, that's the kind of attitude I take. I just play my own game, just be who I am.
Is he the type of guy that you do to tend to study because he has those unusual physical traits similar to
Yeah,
you?
no doubt.
Were you ever a basketball player growing up? I mean, being as tall as you are and everything?
Yeah, I played basketball my ninth and 10th grade year.
And what kind of led you to switch to football? Or
I've always played football. I played football since, I say, my 7th grade year. And my ninth and 10th grade year, I was really just growing to my body. I was around like 6'7", probably like 285 pounds. And I knew I had a career in football. I knew I was gonna make it in football, and so I ended up stopped playing basketball my 10th grade year to gain weight, and so that's how I just led on to become a player under there.
were you really good as a basketball player? Or was
I was all right. I was a big mouse in the house guy. He throw the ball to me on the block. I turn around and lay it up on him.
What led you to watch or to study Lane and Jordan before the Eagles even drafted you?
They're good. they're the best. They're the best. They're the best, man. I mean, it's really not too much I can say to that question. I mean, I watch a lot of good guys, but them two for sure. And just for me to have them in my leisure, man, it's a blessing.
Do you have to, like, you're so long and you're so tall, do you have to, like, be hyper-focused on trying to stay as low as possible, keep your pads as low as possible?
I mean, as the game of football continues, I find different techniques that caters to my game as well too. So, yeah, that's one of my focuses as well too. But I have a good technique that can go around that. So.
The Eagles called you a passion player, someone that like they were passionate about in the draft. Is that something that you could tell in your interactions with them?
Yeah. After talking with Mr. Howard and Coach Sirianni, man, I felt they were pretty good in the pre-draft process about getting me, and I think that we went out there and talked on the field. I felt good. I felt good about coming here to Philly and being one of the guys that can come in and contribute to the team.
I know on pre-draft visits, Howie usually takes a walk with the guys. Did he take a walk with you? And what was that conversation like?
Yeah, he did take a walk with me. It was pretty vague. It was pretty short and sweet, but we said some meaningful words to each other, and I think that what sparked his passion with me.
Howie said you've worked a little bit at some point on the right side, having obviously played left tackle. How much experience do you have playing on the right side, and it's something you're comfortable with?
I mean, I think I give credit to Coach Mirabal back at at Miami. He had us training right and left, so, and I've been training that way since Miami up until now, to this point. So I'm ready to go.
You mentioned, I think you were training with Duke. How is that? And he's close to Lane. Did you know they had that relationship?
Yeah, I actually met Lane at Duke's O-line mastermind he hosts in Texas almost every year, and so I got familiar with Lane in person during that time. So, yeah, I was aware that they had that connection.
In that pre-draft conversation with Howie, what message did you convey to him?
Say it again.
What message did you convey to him? What did you want him to know about you before you left?
Man, I'm hungry. You know, I want to come in. I want to be an asset to this team. Wherever you want to play me, I'm gonna come in and be that.
Played a high level football at Miami, went to the championship game. I mean, how do you think that type of competition will prepare you for the NFL?
Yeah, and not even just the game. It started in practice. I was going against some good guys in practice as well too. But and it showed in the games where we would just be so dominant up front, and it all started in practice. So I plan on doing the same thing here. We got some good guys on defensive line, and we got some good guys on the O line too as well. And like I said before, we got 2 great tackles that I can learn from, and so we're gonna be good.
What were those battles like at Miami with those two?
Like game day all throughout the week.
All right, cool. Thanks, Markel.
Thanks, Mark.
Appreciate y'all.